Okay, so I wanted to kind of do my thoughts on Disventure Camp. Basically, Disventure Camp is like this fan series. It's like kind of supposed to be like Total Drama. Like, I think from what I've heard, the creators want to make it better than Total Drama. I'm not sure. That's just what I've heard. Like, I don't know. I've just seen that thrown around a little bit. Don't know if it's true or not. Anyway, the first season was like kind of remade, and it's pretty good. Like, I thought it was really good. Like solid antagonists. Like really interesting drama. Like, the challenges fine. They're good. Yeah, I really liked it. And like I didn't really have any like there weren't any like huge blaring problems I had with the writing in it. But then you go to season 2, and I know this is older. And I know that this was made like after like the beta version of season 1, and like I don't know cuz I haven't watched the original, so I don't know if it's nearly as good as the new one. But but season 2 of this show is not that good. I mean, it's more so just like boring because pretty much the only characters that do anything is Kai, Carol, and Yule, and all of them get voted off very early on. Like she's kind of antagonistic. She's kind of similar to Eva, so she's not like a great like main antagonist to have around. And then you have Yule, who's like just like a bigot. So like like I don't know, like they just made him like just like that, so it's like he's not even a likable antagonist. He just like exists and you kind of just want him gone. And then there's Kai. He's not an antagonist or anything. He's the one that stands up to Yule and like gets voted out in a very stupid way because I do not understand like because Yule literally brings nothing to his team, so I do not understand why after showing that he literally is bad at the challenges and has no social game, why people would want to be in an alliance with him. But like, okay, I don't know why they wouldn't try to like bring someone like Kai who actually did the challenge and to vote with them and vote Yule, because he literally cost him the challenge. Like, even in his other like 2-episode run or whatever, like Yule literally does nothing. Like all he does is just get poisoned, and like he just says mean shit. Like he doesn't, like he's not like good at the challenges. Like, that's the appeal of other antagonists, like, is that they're usually good at the challenges, which is why it's like, why would you want to get rid of them, Like, Courtney, like, in Phobia Factor, when she doesn't do that challenge and it costs her team the win, but she is way more useful than Tyler. That is why she stays in the game, and it makes sense. Here, it really doesn't, because Yule is literally useless and does nothing. Like, I get it, because, like, later Hunter says or whatever, like, it kept his, like, a target off, but also he was literally losing his team to challenges, so, like, that's really stupid logic. But, like, I mean, seeing what these characters do, like Hunter, Allie, Tess, like, for the rest of the show, I'm not even surprised. They literally just, like, hang out and stuff. Like, they're supposed to have, like, a love triangle plot, and it, like, kind of goes nowhere. Because all of the characters are really boring. Like, it's almost like they just took Yule and were like, yeah, we're just gonna make this one the most fucked up character, and then every other character is just so boring for a reality show, like Total Drama-esque. Like, they just act like normal people. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It just makes for an incredibly boring show. Like, none of the characters really overreact or have any, like, huge dramas happen. There's no antagonist that's like swooping in to like pit everyone against each other, which is what made the first Disadventure Camp season so good, because we had like 3 solid antagonists, and then on top of that, all of the other characters had problems with each other still. Like, that was so interesting. And then you have this where there's not a single character that does that. Like, in a season like Revenge of the Island, where pretty much it's like most of the characters are nice to each other. We have Scott and well, I guess like also Mike, because Scott can use Mike. Like, both of them cause so much drama, and it's like, oh yeah, and Joe and Lightning. Yeah, so I guess there is more than one character. But like just with that and that the most part every other character is nice to each other, like all they needed was that to make the season really interesting. Like you only need like one antagonist screwing everything up to make it really interesting. Yeah, like I feel like this season just needed like a better antagonist. Like I know because I'm not fully done the season yet, to be honest, but like I know Rhea is gonna be like an antagonist, but like still, it's like why are we getting her as an antagonist in like episode 9? Like we've had like several episodes where like there's been no antagonist, no stakes, and it's really boring. Like they just vote and it's boring. They're like, ooh, like we've got this Hunter Tess Ally alliance, and they're just like chilling and playing video games. And then like when they all gang up on one person, then they have to just vote someone in their alliance, and it's like whatever. And in that episode, they got like Rosa Maria out or whatever because of like the frame, which it was stupid, whatever. And you know, that's without even mentioning like voice acting, which I don't really care. Like it's a fan series, I really don't care if it has bad voice acting. It's just like total drama is like so easy to make interesting too. Like it's just disappointing. And but like the first season is really good, like the remake really good, and like I think they should remake the second season. They can even use the same elimination order, although I think Kai and Yul should have been in longer because Yul is literally an all-stars, which I haven't watched yet, but he doesn't even make it to merge, and he's an all-star. Like, I just think it's a bit bizarre when it's, like, not the total drama all-stars where, like, they got a bunch of writers that, like, didn't write the other seasons to do it, and, like, yeah, I don't know why Yul is an all-star. Like, if anything, I think Kai should be there because Kai was such wasted potential. It doesn't sit right with me because then all they do with his character is just have him sit in the woods, like, for, like, the rest of the show. And it's really... You could have had a Kai and Yul rivalry, and that would have been way more interesting. Like, they could have put some twist in there to make the other team lose. I mean, oh, I forgot to mention Lake. I love Lake. Lake is a great character. I love her. She was the one that carried the other team. I'm just really hoping when I get around to like the All-Star season, I start seeing why people like these characters, because okay, Connor was okay too. He was okay. I don't know, he got eliminated like really early, so it was like stupid. I think if they let like characters like I think Connor is even in All-Stars. Like what? If you wanted to do more of these characters, keep them in the game longer instead of these boring characters no one likes.